y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is part 2 of my favorite products of 2019. So in part 1 we did nails and we did skincare and we did a little bit of makeup. So today in part 2 I am going to be doing the rest of my makeup favorites of 2019. So strap in. If you would like to be subscribed to my channel, the way you can do that is hit that big red subscribe button. Please do so. I'm close to 500 subscribers. That was my 2019 goal. I didn't quite make it, but that's okay because, you know, the world didn't end December 31st, 2019, so we still got time. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that like button if you like this video. I would like to see more favorites from me in the future. So with part 1, so I filmed this all on the same day. And as I was editing, I decided to split it into 2 parts. So that is why I'm wearing a completely different outfit. Let's go ahead and go into part 2. And I will see y'all at the end. But not like this. This is the last time you'll see this Jamie. It'll be past Jamie that you'll see for the rest of the video. So, I bid you adieu. I'm going to stop being so weird. I think I'm feeling good. Unfortunately, I feel good. And I feel a lot better when doing my videos in the morning, and it's morning right now, whereas me in these videos, I did them more in the evening at night, and my past several videos I've been doing them in the evening because that's when I get off of work. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Enjoy the video! Alright, so moving on to bronzer. I actually do only have one bronzer to talk about. The one that I've really been enjoying this year, well, last year I guess, since we're technically in 2020. The bronzer I really have been enjoying is actually a stick bronzer, and it is hard to find a drugstore stick bronzer. So this is the LA Girl Velvet Bronzer Contour Stick. I have it in the shade Suede. It is the perfect shade bronzer for me. And it is super easy to blend. Like it takes barely any time. It's not muddy. I feel like some of the other contour or the other bronzer stick that I tried this year was from Physicians Formula. It was in their organic wear collection, and I was really excited about that one, but it pulled at my face a little too much. When I blended it in, the color was a little muddy. So this is the perfect shade. It is so easily blendable. I've been using it for a while and I still have a lot left. If you are looking for an affordable bronzer contour stick, try LA Girl. And then moving on to blush, I've been wearing more blush this year, and I've actually really been liking it. It's add a nice little color to my face in the place that I actually want it to be, instead of my like irregularly patterned flush that I have a lot of times. That'll be sometimes like down here and sometimes like right on my cheeks, but then other times up here. It's ugh, I hate. That's like the one thing, if I could change something about myself physically, that would be the one thing. Not flushing every time I feel any emotion. Happiness, sadness, anger, embarrassment, nerves. The blush that I've really been enjoying, and I will preface this by saying I like shimmery blushes. So if you like matte blushes, you probably won't like this one. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush, and this actually came, the specific shade came in the Muru Muru Baby Butter box that I had gotten. But this is in the shade Natural Glow. Really pretty shade. It smells delicious. Not delicious like to eat, but it smells lovely. And this is almost like a blush highlighter in one, which I actually really like products like that. I know some people don't. Some people just like matte blushes, and I hear ya. But I really like this. It's like a 2-in-1. So if you don't have a lot of time, you can just grab this. It gives you the color of a blush with the shimmer of a highlighter. So moving on to highlighters, this is one of my favorites, and I went a little overboard. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 highlighters. The one that I am wearing right now on my face as a highlighter, this is the Milani Soft Focus Glow Complexion Enhancer. I have it in the shade 1 Nude Glow. I am one of those that I really like the more natural glow from within, more of a glow than like a blinding highlight. So love this one, would highly recommend. The other products that I like using as a highlight is I just recently got this and I tried it out in my first time using Tarte products video. This is the Twinkle stick from Tarte. This is in the shade Spotlight. It is a stick highlighter. I love this. It's wonderful, amazing. It doesn't pull. It gives such a gorgeous glow, and I love this shade. I think this is one of the best shade matches for me with highlighters. Sometimes I go too dark, sometimes I go too light. This is absolutely perfect. So the last one that I actually use as a highlighter, I don't use powder highlighters very often. I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't use them, I almost never use them as actual highlights, cheek highlights. But if I do use a powder highlighter, it is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I know this is everywhere on YouTube, a favorite product from a lot of people. This is in the original shade Be My Highlight. They do have other shades as well that they recently came out with. Love this one. It is a perfect natural glow highlight, which to me is hard to find with a powder highlighter. So I do have 3 more highlighters. These are ones though that I do not use I don't use them on my face, I use them on my eyes. So one of my favorite things to do on an everyday basis, I've talked about this a lot before, is to grab whatever bronzer I'm wearing for that day and a little fluffy blending brush, put the bronzer in my crease, and then take a highlighting brush and take a highlighter and brush that on my lids to have kind of this diffused shimmery look. So the 3 highlighters that I do that with the most, this is the Super Shock highlighter from Colourpop. This particular one is from the Disney Designer Collection. It's in the shade A Smile and a Song. Really love this color. Like, this is a very similar color to the Tarte one. Perfect shade. I absolutely love it. I just put a little bit on my finger, tap it on my lid. Beautiful. And then the other one is from Becca. This is the Champagne Pop highlighter from Becca. It's beautiful. It's a little too blinding for me on the cheeks, but I love using it on my eyelids. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely love it. And sometimes even if I don't use it on the lids, I will use it as an inner corner highlight. Perfect. And then the last one I got, I think the only reason why I don't use this as a face highlighter is because it's too dark. This is from the Disney Villains collection. It is the Dr. Facilier Meet Me on the Other Side Super Shock highlighter. Looks like this. So it's a little too dark for me to wear on my face, but I love using this on my eyelids. Absolutely beautiful. And I just love playing with it because it's such a cool texture that is so unique to me. So we are finally going to move on to the eyes. So the first product that I have to talk about when dealing with the eyes is my brow product. It is without a doubt, the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel. I use the shade Blonde. This is my second one. I'm already almost through this. Bought a third one. I love it. Because to me, with brow products, I don't need to shape, I don't need to define, I don't need to have something to have hair-like strokes. I just need something that will make my eyebrows a little bit darker, which is why I love using brow gels. To me, it's just easy, no fuss. So moving on to eyeshadow palettes. So I'm an eyeshadow palette junkie. That is the #1 product that I get the most and that I have the most of. I had to narrow it down, or I decided to narrow it down to 3 eyeshadow palettes. So the first one that I am going to call out is one of my more recent purchases, but it has already become a favorite of mine. I've used it more than a lot of the eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection already, and I've only had it for maybe 2 months. I did do a full video review swatches tutorial for this eyeshadow palette. I will link it up in the cards or down below if I've linked too many cards by now. This particular product was made by a beauty YouTuber. She is a direct inspiration for me and my channel. I was kind of in the same place when I started my channel as she was when she first started her channel, kind of not knowing what to do with our lives, and starting a channel, it being kind of a secret from everybody that we know at first. She was one of the first YouTubers I started watching. She has been involved in some scandals and a lot of drama here on YouTube, so I know she's kind of a divisive person, but I love her. I love what she does. She's honestly why I'm one of the reasons why I'm making videos and why I have something that I really love and that I'm doing right now. So it was a no-brainer that I would support her in this way when she came out with her own beauty brand. So this is from Tati Beauty. This is the Textured Neutrals Volume 1 eyeshadow palette, but this is what it looks like. Such a wonderful palette, such a good idea. So she has 6 different shades that are in 4 different finishes. So we have matte, sequin, metallic, and glitter. But to me it was really unique. So it's not like just another neutrals palette. I'll let you go check out that video if you'd like to see more and hear more about my thoughts. The second product is actually a high-end eyeshadow palette. I managed to get it when it was half off. So this is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I think it's usually like around $50. I did manage to get it when it was half off, so I only paid about 24-25 bucks. This is what it looks like, and this really is a great travel palette, especially if you're going somewhere for a long time, because it has so many different shades, so many different looks that you can create from this one palette, but it is more of a sleek palette. It's not too bulky, so it's great to travel with, and I think it's a great all-around palette that is very beneficial to have in your collection. The last eyeshadow palette that I have is actually one of my favorites. It's such a great everyday palette to have in your collection, and it's one that I did do a video on earlier in the year. So this is the BH Cosmetics Hangin in Hawaii palette. It is a really pretty, like I said, everyday palette. So like over here we have more of our warm tones, but it also has more cool tone shades if that's what you're going for. So I've never really been disappointed by a BH Cosmetics palette. One of my favorite palettes all around, not just 2019, but one of my favorite palettes is the Weekend Festival palette from BH Cosmetics. One of the first palettes that I ever got was the BH Cosmetics Shan XO, the Remix palette. I've always loved their eyeshadows, and they're very affordable. The matte shades in this are amazing. This is what I have on my eyes right now. I have Coconut right here in my crease. I have Mahalo on the outer corners, and then I kind of have a mixture of all 3 of these shimmer shades, Pineapple, Sandy, and Waikiki, because I think I initially went in with Pineapple, and then that was a little too bright for me. It had more of like an icy finish on my eyes. So then I went into a little bit of Sandy and put that on top, but then that still was a little too light. So I went over it with Waikiki, and I probably should have gone with Waikiki in the first place. And that's another reason, I said this in the video that I have reviewing this palette, one of the reasons why I love this palette so much is that it has mostly matte shades and then a few shimmer shades. So I think a lot of palettes nowadays, I know everyone loves shimmer shades and loves talking about shimmer shades, but I think it's more important to have more matte shades, and I think a lot of palettes nowadays have an abundance of shimmer shades and then only like 3 or 4 matte shades, and so there's not a lot of places that you can go with those palettes that only have like 3 or 4 mattes. But this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 matte shades and 5 shimmer shades, and they are true. Dot's working. And they are true matte shades, like 100% matte. They don't have any shimmer in them. They're not those matte shades with a little bit of glitter in them. True matte shades, really beautiful. It's a great everyday palette. Would 100% recommend this. Moving on to mascara. So historically, mascara has been my favorite makeup product. I think it's quickly been overtaken by eyeshadow palettes just because eyeshadow palettes are more exciting. But as far as like everyday use, what I use the most, it is mascara. So I do have 2 mascaras right now that I am using quite a bit, and I actually like to use both of these together. So the first one is the Tarte Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. I think it's more of a lengthening mascara than a volumizing mascara, but it still does add a little bit of volume. It was amazing when I first started using it, but that was back in, I did put it on the bottom of this, that was back in July, and honestly you're only supposed to use mascara for like 3 months, so I shouldn't still be using this, but I am. But it doesn't quite have the same effect now that it used to, and so over top I will put the Essence the False Lashes Mascara, which adds that extra bit of oomph to make it look like false lashes. And this honestly has that effect on its own as well. I love wearing this on its own. This combination I absolutely love. When this was in its heyday, when, you know, I hadn't had it for like 5 months, I really liked this one on its own. Alright, so we have finally made it to the last category, lips. I am not a huge lip products fan. I like the idea of it. I love doing lip swatch videos. But for some reason when it comes to like everyday wear, I a lot of times will just put on a lip balm because I have a hard time picking shades that are good for me and go with my look. So a lot of times it's just easiest for me to put on a clear gloss. So if you can't tell by that, my favorite lip products are glosses. The first lip product that I absolutely loved this year, I think I tried it this year, I'm pretty sure it wasn't 2018. But anyways, it is the Glossier, the Balm Dotcom. I like the mint one, absolutely love it. It's one of the best. The other one was the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Nectar, or lip mask, the Agave Lip Mask. Loved that. But the ones that I have right now, because I don't have either of those because I ran out, the ones that I do have with me right now are both lip glosses. So the first one, actually both of these lip glosses I did lip swatch videos on, so I will link all of those in the description box. The first one is the Revolution Beauty Makeup Revolution Pout Balm Plumping Lip Gloss. This is perfect. Well, it's not perfect, it's almost perfect. I actually love the applicator. It's huge, it's thick, it's, you know, big, but I actually really love it. It puts just the right amount on your lips. This one is my favorite shade. This one's the shade Kiss. This is my perfect everyday look. It's like my lips, but better. And my other two favorites in this same lip gloss, my other two favorite shades are Cookie. This one is when I want a little bit more color to my lips. This one is just a clear gloss. This is the shade Glaze. And then my other favorite lip gloss for the year is the Essence Plumping Nudes lip gloss. It's honestly, it's, I think I love these equally. The only thing though that puts this, the Essence one, above the Makeup Revolution one, you can probably guess just with me holding them side by side. Have you guessed it? Yes. This one is smaller, is more portable, can easily be put in my back pocket. This takes up a lot of space. I have a really small purse. I'll try to take a picture of it because that's actually another favorite of mine for this year. I love it. I love it so much. I don't think I'm ever going to switch back over to a big purse anymore. It's so small, compact. It basically just has enough room. It has pockets in it for my credit cards or my license, any cards that I have, and it has enough space for like my phone and my keys. And that's it. And it's a little crossbody bag. Absolutely love it. If I can find a link to it, I'll put it in the description box. So as far as portability, this one outshines this one. But as far as their performance, I love them just the same. This shade is shade 4, that's Big. It's my favorite shade of this one. As far as the plumping effect, it's more of an icy cooling effect, so that's that. So I don't really use setting sprays, like ever, so I don't have any favorite setting sprays today, or probably ever. Alright, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed my channel, please think about subscribing. Also be sure to give this a thumbs up if you like this video, if you like favorites. Like I said before, this is my first favorites video I've ever done, so if you would like me to do more, or if you would like me to do my least favorite or worst products of 2019, give this a thumbs up. Put that in the comments down below. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye y'all.